Hello and welcome to the MAC weather page for this Tuesday, May 16th, and a real summer-like pattern coming up. We have temperatures today and tomorrow in the mid-80s and probably in the low 80s on Thursday before we cool down. And we could see some scattered thunderstorms most of the time after this morning. As we get into the afternoon and through much of the day on Wednesday, the atmosphere will become capped, and I think that'll prevent much in the way of any showers or thunderstorms to develop. But we sure had some rumblers overnight here in the Breckenridge area, lots of lightning and thunder, and we picked up over a ½ an inch. Again, mainly partly sunny skies. Any chances of thunderstorms will be best this morning, and then again I think we get capped and we see plenty of sunshine in the afternoon, highs in the mid-80s, and those mid-80s lasting into Wednesday. You can see the extended outlook still calls for a little cooler than normal conditions as we get to the 8 to 16 day outlook, and then near to above normal precipitation as well. If we look at the latest growing degree days as of midnight, you can see we're starting to pile them up now, and we're going to really add to these totals here over the next 3 or 4 days. And you can see 50% plant date now achieved at Breckenridge, so we're beginning to track that. We'll have, I believe, 2 more stations that should reach the 50% date as of this morning. So we'll add those into the mix, and then we'll update these on the videos a couple of times a week. But each and every day, these same charts you can find on the home page. If we look at the next one, you can see the about 21 years worth of data, and this is where we're at now after about a week to 10 days where we kind of plateaued. We're certainly moving upwards now, and again, we'll add to these totals quite a bit here over the next several days. If we look at current conditions across the area, temperatures quite mild this morning in the low to mid 50s with some cloud cover, and you can see some of these 56/100ths of an inch so far from the overnight storms over at Newaygo. They picked up just over 6/10 of an inch, and again much less as you get to the south and east, even some of the thunderstorms making it over to Thumb, but you'll see on radar how they weakened as they moved off to the east. And you can see soil conditions out there continuing to warm. We should see these move into the 60s here over the next couple of days, and you can see some of the precipitation at some of the areas since midnight, and you can see the leaf wetness quite wet here in Breckenridge due to the showers, much less as you get off to the east with all the wind. And you can see the area I got circled here is where the area that picked up quite a bit of the heavier rains here overnight, where we had some pretty good thunderstorms across much of west central lower Michigan, and you can see a number of complexes blowing up overnight, weakening now as we get into the morning hours, and then by the time they redevelop, most of the activity will be off to our northwest here over the next several days. You can see on radar, I thought I had this in the animated mode, but you can see some of the thunderstorms that move through during the nighttime hours. And here is a Doppler radar estimate. Areas just near Newaygo certainly picking up to 1 inch to 2 inches or more of rain in some isolated areas. And you can see in Breckenridge, the Doppler estimated amount was about 58/100ths of an inch, and we picked up 56/100ths of an inch. So pretty accurate on these Doppler radar estimates for the most part. And you can see the weather map this morning. The area of low pressure will continue to develop and move through the midsection of the nation. With these systems moving off to the northwest, we expect the very heaviest precipitation and severe weather to remain off to our west and northwest, up and down the plains into the upper Midwest, and we'll have just scattered showers and thunderstorms, and that'll be the case over the next several days. We'll move the map into motion tomorrow. Again, these waves continuing to move off to our northwest, keeping the best precipitation chances well up into the UP, back into Minnesota and northwest Wisconsin. And finally, by Thursday, you can see a continuation where that frontal boundary is still off to the west, and as long as that happens, we're going to remain in the warm air with temperatures in the 80s. A very summer-like pattern here over the next several days. And finally, this final low pressure system will move up, push the cold front through, and then on Friday, we'll see drying conditions and temperatures in the 60s, but then we got another batch of rain that'll move in perhaps for late Friday night into Sunday for possibly a fairly wet weekend. As far as precipitation here over the next 7 days, you can see just a tremendous amount of precipitation off to our northwest, and we'll increase our precipitation amounts. The heaviest amounts continue to trend a little bit farther south and west or east, so you can see much of mid-Michigan has a chance of around 1 inch or so of rain or more here over the next 7 days. Much of that coming, I think, over the weekend. Looks like a pretty wet period right now. Thanks for stopping by, and have yourself a great day, and 73s to all.